Tiny Toon Adventures, Buster's Hidden Treasure. This is the best game on the retrospective so far. I'm taking my time with it because I deserve a break. Gonna be enjoying yourselves instead of the usual gritting our teeth through a game. So let me move over here. That's enough Zelda music. We're searching for treasure. Let's look for treasure. Is that like a slang for some kind of homosexual activities? No, we're just looking for treasure. You guys know where that is from? Anyone, you got a cookie. Do you know where that is from? Let's look for treasure. Is that some kind of homosexual activity that is too dirty to talk about? No, we're just looking for treasure. Tiny Toon games, they are very good a lot of the time, yes. Tokuti Hanpi, is that the taking our pants off to fart? That reference about the looking for treasure thing, if you can't quite place it, that's from... I can't remember what it's from. It's from Not Without My Anus, based on a true story. Which I think it's one of the very first episodes, skits, whatever, based on Terrence and Phillip from South Park. And they have a thing where they pause the show in the middle. And Terrence, let's look for treasure. Yeah, let's look for treasure. And they start opening things, and then they have the guy that is angry at them and wishes they had, like, cancer in the head. You heard that Trey and Matt didn't realize how annoyed people would be about the not solving the cliffhanger straight away. Of course they did. And that's what makes it awesome. Ah, right, I forgot. We have to continue from here. There we go. Resume the timer. So this is a world map. If you weren't here yesterday, we have a world map and Buster Bunny hops between stages. The red stars are bonus stages and some stages have multiple exits, so it has everything. The only problem with this game, if you weren't here yesterday, I want to show you guys this again. There's an anime called Mitsudomoi, which did the same thing in the first episode of the second season being the show within the show. I like show within the show, usually, like interdimensional cable TV as well. Which, oh, there, he's sleeping. I hadn't seen that yesterday. Okay, I wanted to show you guys what's a Power Rangers show. Okay. Really? An anime based on Power Rangers? Or is it an anime based on the shows that Power Rangers copy from? They let all the kids expire. Good! Because they're useless. Very good, yes. I'm glad we can all agree on that. Alright, I want to show you guys what is the only problem this game has. I'm gonna press the jump button and I'm gonna hold it. Fine, right? That's a jump. It has an arc. It goes up, slows down. It's kind of like a sine wave, whatever. Right, this is fine. Now I'm gonna press the jump button, and instead of holding it all the way until he reaches the top, I'm gonna release it before he reaches the top. He doesn't do an arc anymore, he doesn't hang in the air, he just shoots down immediately. And I think this is obviously worse than the arc, but if at least it was always this. But the fact that sometimes he does the arc if you hold long enough, and sometimes he just, like, you're here and do this and he just shoots back at full speed. The fact that that is not only weird as hell, but also inconsistent because you have two different kinds of jumps, makes it the one big glaring flaw in an otherwise amazing game. I don't get it. It is this game, best game so far out of everything of the Looney Tunes games. Yes, the best one was Buster Busts Loose for the SNES, but honestly this one is better. And I can't say that with confidence because I have nostalgia for the SNES one, Buster Busts Loose. And that game has better presentation than this because SNES, graphics, music and everything. And despite those two facts, I can still recognize this is a better game. It has a world map, it has more stages. It has... look, it has wall jumping. It has secret... It's amazing. Like, the only thing it doesn't have that the other one has is the minigames. And the minigames on that one are pretty good, of course, but... it compensates for that by having more stages and a world map, and I think I'd prefer that. So yeah, I'm enjoying this so much that I'm actually doing something that I would rarely, very rarely do on stream, which is go back to... You can land on top of the spikes if it is on a side. It's so rare that a game lets you do that. It makes so much sense because I landed on top of those spikes. And it didn't hurt me. I should have expected that. And yeah, like having a world map is just fantastic. And it doesn't have like the dash of the SNES one, which is not bad, but it does make the game flow wrong a lot of the time because so much of the game is based on that one mechanic. And like you can't, I don't know, overall I don't like it. It does have running, but it's like you hold and then it starts running eventually. And it has a dash kick that we haven't used. Okay, I failed. I failed. And now I'm wasting this. This is gonna run out and I'm gonna die as soon as it does. No, because I got this. Just Jackrabbit knockoff. Wait, that's not a bad thing, right? Just Jackrabbit is freaking awesome. I couldn't believe Just Jackrabbit when I was a kid. I was like, how the hell does this game look and run so good on my computer? Ow. Like as a DOS game. Not knocking on DOS games, of course not. Just saying that Kid Culprit was like very surprised at how good that game looked and played. I get the impression there might be a secret over there. He's an old DOS gamer. I did get it, I just didn't trust it. Fast and smooth, which wasn't... Yeah, exactly. Fast, smooth, and colorful. And it sounded good as well. I keep sliding off that. Got it. Levels don't have checkpoints, by the way. But that's fine. Like, the challenge is more than fine here. I don't mind it. I was looking at... I blame the raid for taking damage there. Gen X VCR, thank you so much for the raid, my friend. Welcoming everyone from Gen X VCR's channel. I'm Culprit, I stream from Sundays to Fridays. I'm doing Looney Tunes retrospective, every single one of the 103 Looney Tunes games. We're making strides. This is game 25. We are like 1/4 of the way through it. You rode in on the bus with Gen X VCR. I'm glad you got here safe. Yeah. Welcome in, everyone. Sound design surprised you the most. Sound design on that game is very good, yes. Very good music in it. There is 103 Looney Tunes games. Keep in mind that it does include...
I'm a locksmith. And I'm a locksmith.
Honey Badger, thank you for the following for the free emotes. Keep in mind that I decided to also include Animaniacs games, which is like 8 games or so. It's still a lot of games, but... Animaniacs is not technically Looney Tunes. I should have jumped instead of taking all that damage. And because I'm including Animaniacs games, I'm also including Pinky and the Brain games, of which there are 2, I think. Oh, there's the password. That's a very long-ass password. What the fuck? It's 20 characters long. I'm gonna take a picture of it, just in case. So yeah, it's what we assumed yesterday. You get the password when you die. It looks really good. This one is probably the best one we have played so far. We were just talking about that. It's even better than SNES's Buster Busts Loose, which was my previous favorite. I mean, it's no Tasmania, of course, but then again, what is Tasmania? Not even Tasmania is Tasmania. Never played any, let alone 103. Not even a Tiny Toons game. Because that's what a lot of us played. Okay, I took damage from that guy, but that means I get this, so it's worth it. What did you do? Did I hit the wall and that damaged me or something? Okay, we're doing fine now. We have full health. Were any of the Tasmania games good? Yesterday's Tasmania for the... Well, Tasmania for the Master System is reasonable. It's not, my god, what a fantastic game, but it's playable. Which is a lot, considering the other ones. Yesterday's Game Boy Tasmania game was almost good. But it did get bullshitty with the level design at the end, and it just became infuriating. So, short answer to that question is no. Long answer is almost, kinda, almost, yes, thank you, almost. What in the actual Tasmania? Tasmania is a TV show that played from 1992 to 1995. And then they took a game from 1993 that was not released in the US, and they released it in the US in 1997 for the Game Boy 2 years after the show was ended. For reasons. And then they renamed it to Tasmania 2 because they had another game on the Game Boy by then. It was very confusing. It's an island near Australia. No, I just told you what it is. Why do you guys have to go with misinformation? He pulls his ears down. It is very cute. You hated the Tasmania cartoon. Most of the characters were annoying and unpleasant. I was talking about that when we played the first Tasmania game. That it is very popular in some places and amongst certain groups. It was never popular where I live. Like, sure, people liked Tiny Toons and Animaniacs and all the classic Looney Tunes stuff. Tasmania, no one gives a shit about Tasmania down here. I remember barely anything from it. Okay. You seem to always be on TV in the UK, yeah. How about a cold glass of OJ? Orange whip, orange whip, orange whip. 3 orange whips. You guys know what that is from? Freaking John Candy. That line was improvised. The orange whip line. Okay, there is a second exit. Yeah, I have to go there. You wonder how many furry Starring Toons created? Not as many as freaking Lola Bunny, I assure you. Okay, I have to jump from here. Can I get this jump right? Okay, thank you. How Super Mario World... there is a lot of Super Mario World in this game, in a good way. We're back here because this is like the best game we have played so far, and I do want to get all the exits if I can. Just because like we've played so much garbagey garbage that I could use a break with a good game. And I say that as someone that you guys know tries to find the good in every single game I play. Some games are just unredeemable messes. Here's a secret. Here's another secret. And I think it's just a shortcut. Babs was thirsty for Buster. I mean, aren't we all thirsty for Buster? Look at those ears, man. How can you resist that? It was a thing, people mentioned that back in the 90s there was this whole thing about making the female characters extra horny. Okay, no, this is the wrong exit. This is the exit we already took. Anthropomorphic characters in cartoons has been very common since the early days. Yeah, sure. Very, very early days. I have suffered from a number of these games in this marathon. I have suffered a little bit, yes. It's fine. I enjoy this kind of retrospective because it gives you opportunity to experience a bunch of different things and see how things evolve. And it can be a very good opportunity for you to play games that you would otherwise not give the time of day. So yeah, I do enjoy this. Okay, this is the part where I think might lead to the secret exit. Wait, no, that's just... and I have to go through that again because there might be a... Going left of that rolling boulder. Which one? There were several. So I do have a feeling that maybe going down here could have a thing if I hug the wall or something. Or maybe here. No, this is just back here. Going left there I tried. Didn't get me anywhere. Like nothing there, and I tried to find a... I did feel like there might be a secret on this left wall, but I didn't find anything. Like, yeah, it's all solid. Press down to crawl. I can, but there isn't anything there. But this is like the top left of the map, and I see that there is like a little room in there. Just don't know how to get to it. No, that's the start of... I think that's the start of the stage, actually. But yeah, I get why you were suspicious. That does look like a very suspicious place. So this drops down, unless there is like indication of a secret room down here. I'm not testing the entire wall for secrets. Same here. Okay, what about this one? Yeah, this one I went straight, okay. Right, but there's nothing. And I think I've said this plenty, but after some of the other shit we have done, I really appreciate that this is a game that involves exploration and it doesn't have a timer. If it looks suspicious and smells suspicious, it must be suspicious, yes. It's not past him. Wait! This is a different... Okay, I realized my mistake now. I know where the other exit is. They just look too similar. Right, but this is the one we took before, right? What? Come on, it's fine. Right, I know where the other one is. We did find it, it just looked like the same, so I thought it was the one we had already done. It's fine, it's fine. It's part of how these games play.
This is fine.
It is, it is. Oh look, there is a secret up there. What the hell? How did I take damage there? I think that thing is happening when I hit the wall running. So this thing I found before was a different exit. I thought this was just a shortcut. Right, I don't care about the damage because we're nearly done. This. It looks very similar to the other exit. The difference is that it has the stalactites at the top. Fun. And by getting every exit, we get to look at every level, every stage, which is good. This game is good enough that it deserves a full level exploration. Which, again, is not something I do. I usually just beat the game and move on. Look, you can walk on the sides of the spikes. That's so advanced, most games just damage you and... Buster Bustles on the highest difficulty. No! In all fairness, I have considered it, but no. I do not believe in playing games on higher difficulties. And you could just be playing another game. I saw the content. Like, literally, you start with a single hit. on the hardest difficulty. Not even a proper health bar. I don't know if you can get more. I think you can, but until you do, you are one hit away from dying. I do want to savor the goodness of this one, yes. I don't think I can reach that unless I could swim up on this, which I obviously can't. Extra life. The game has a lot of secrets, and I like the fact that most of them are kind of obvious. Like, I don't have a lot of trouble finding those. There was a thing there, I'm not gonna go back to grab it. Yeah, I thought that was gonna go up. I thought it was gonna destroy, it was just glitching. Sprite flickering on a Genesis game, that's not very common. I think that kills you. That might kill you. You're just now thinking rocks, spikes, jumping frogs makes you think of Jackie Chan. Alright, I find your brain fascinating. Please tell me more. Wait, is this back to the start? Jeez, I took 3 damage from that guy. Wacky Land. Bonus stages. All very Sonic. Try not to touch that guy so we can get more carrots. To touch any of those, you win the stage. We want to stay here if we can. Close. You mean Jackie Chan Action Kung Fu for NES by Hudson Soft. Okay, that makes a lot more sense than just random ass Jackie Chan reference out of nowhere. I appreciate the clarification. Music reminds of Yoshi's Island on the... You know, I always ignored... When I was a kid, I ignored Yoshi's Island on the SNES. And the reason was because I got a magazine that talked about Yoshi's Island, and I looked at it and this is dumb. Because it requires the Super Scope. My brain looked at Yoshi's something because I didn't know English at the time and just thought Yoshi's Safari and Yoshi's Island were the same game. So when I saw Yoshi's Island for rent, okay, why would I bother? I can't play it. Yes, Yoshi's Safari. Because it was Yoshi's whatever, like, I didn't know English. It was just a random word with no meaning. You still ignore it. It's one of the very first games I've streamed. It's absolutely fantastic. It's a bit easy, but that's on purpose. This is the thing that goes up. I'm doing all of this again. Is there a secret to the right? It's harder to 100%, which is fine. Which is fine. Not everyone is interested in an extra challenge. It's good that it's there for those that do want it. Yeah, I didn't bother trying to 100% it because I knew I wasn't going to enjoy myself. I'm sure I could do it, but at that point I wouldn't be enjoying myself anymore. I'm confused by this stage. Wait, does this just look like... I think this looks like a place we have been at, but it isn't. It's just so similar that I think I'm going backwards. I haven't gone down there, so if there is an alternate exit, it's probably there. Or there. Let's stick to the top route. Ah, Trixie. I heard they released a trailer of that stupid-ass Liam Neeson's Naked Gun thing that I refused to watch. Did anyone watch that? Because that sounds dumb. Actually, it was a present. Your parents bought him a new SNES and Yoshi's Island because Nintendo 64 wasn't available yet. The original SNES has stopped working. Yeah, that's a good gift. It's a very good gift. No, you haven't? Good. You shouldn't. Oh no, there's only one exit on that stage. When I was a kid, I would look at the magazines, and you guys have to understand that Super Mario RPG was released very, very, very late on the SNES life cycle. And I looked at like, they had these pictures, the zoomed in pictures of the characters from the game that weren't like sprites, they were like promotional material. And then I would look on the same magazine at screenshots from Super Mario 64. And I would be asking my friends, like, what's the difference between Super Mario RPG and Super Mario 64? And then they would be like, I think they're kind of like the same, but Super Mario RPG is better because it has items, and Super Mario 64 doesn't. I was a very dumb kid, and I had very dumb friends, apparently. I saw a teaser a few months ago. Yeah, I think there is a full trailer on YouTube now. Oh, we found Toon! There was a level that had Tiny written in carrots. Now we have found one that has Toon. Are we gonna have a level that has adventures written out? Super Mario RPG never came to Europe. I'm so sorry for that. Super Mario RPG is so good that it spawned not one but two game series. Right, both Paper Mario and Mario and Luigi series are both pretty much spin-offs of Super Mario RPG. The only flaw that game has, and this is not something I consider a flaw 99% of the time, the only flaw it has is that it's short. That's it. And I freaking loved that game as a kid, man. Holy crap. It's a very rare Square RPG that you can beat in a single rental. Which, of course, I can appreciate. I just wanted more, I guess. And I'm so sorry that I didn't get to play Paper Mario back in the day. I've played recently the first two. The one for Nintendo 64 and Thousand Year Door. And I know that Thousand Year Door is like everyone's favorite game ever. And it is good. But part of me kind of likes the Nintendo 64 Paper Mario more. I don't know why. You are a super player, thank you. We call those gamers around here. At the rate I am submerging, I'm gonna get the bends. The bends. I always heard about the bends. And everyone like, oh, you can't eat and swim or something. And then I would watch like those goof cartoons where he goes swimming and his arms turn up in knots. And I was like a very young kid. I thought that actually happened. Which was, I mean, it was a good way to make sure that people wouldn't eat and go swimming. But I have to ask, is that really a problem? I've never heard of anyone like... It sounds like a bigger problem as quicksand. That as kids you think is going to be something you're going to deal with when you get older, but it never happens. It's not actually a problem. Okay. That's like the stop, drop, and roll thing. If you catch on fire. You see that as a kid so often and you think, okay, I'm gonna catch on fire at some point, I need to know this. Makes you think it's a common occurrence. It's more if you happen to get food poisoning, it would be bad if you're in water. Especially if it is a public pool and you just muck up the waters for everyone else. Right. Okay, there is an extra life down here that I want to grab. I need to be careful, like these stages can be very long with no checkpoints. Which is part of the challenge, I don't mind it. I just have to play more carefully, I guess. I was talking yesterday that the zoom level on this game is very good. You see plenty of the stage, but the sprites are still big enough to hold details to make them charming. If you cramp up like you did after eating some very undercooked chicken... Right, if you have that stuff and then you can't swim properly, I guess. They say you are what you eat, or more like a prawn at night. I don't like that expression, you are what you eat. I don't know what to do about that guy, though. I can't avoid it. I like that expression, it doesn't mean anything to me. Like, what, am I bread? There is a game with that name, isn't there? Am I bread? Am I sometimes steak? Am I a pizza today, Chad? I don't get it. Today I become soup. Use it to feed the wordplay. No, I don't mind you using it. I'm saying that I don't understand the expression. Never did. It makes no sense to me. Ow. Trying to get through this. Okay. We're right at the end. You feel like a doner kebab, greasy and full of fat. Would you believe that... Thank you. Would you believe that after losing all the weight I did... I'm not done yet with my diet. After losing all that weight, my face has become less greasy. Oh, that's the boss stage. My face used to be like I could grab a frying pan and just... like rub it on my face and fry an egg on that. It was horrible. My hair was like I wouldn't dare touch my hair because it would get my hands greasy. And like people would just be, yeah, no, you have a very oily skin and all. It was disgusting, man. One of the many things that improved in my life after losing weight. I haven't yet been to like I haven't yet been had a summer, full summer, without being stupid fat. I really want to see if I'm gonna feel less the heat and I'm gonna sweat less. Because that would be freaking amazing. And it would make up for the fact that I'm feeling stupid cold this winter. And like, I haven't lost any weight in the last month or so. My diet is kind of on a break. But I don't mind that, you know why? Because I haven't been careful about my diet, but I haven't gained my weight back. That's awesome, because that's like the hardest thing, is keeping your weight down. And the fact that I can like not pay too much attention and not gain the weight back means good things for my future, I guess. Because I have lost weight in the past and always got it back. That's the one thing I don't want to do this time. And I keep checking the walls for secrets, which is fine. Like, it's good when a game rewards you for doing that and it makes you feel like, okay, I do want to check for secrets. Some games just have like dumb secrets, so you don't even bother. Almost. So if there is a second exit, it's going down there. This is going to break. It's like an April Fool, they should be kind of give. Yep! Obviously. Like, the only thing worse than a secret that has 0 tells about it is something that is required and has 0 tells about it. And you guys know what I'm talking about. So one thing if it's like a bonus secret, and like if you're gonna have like a secret that has 0 tells and you just want to like reward the player for dumbly looking at everything, at least have it be innocuous, like okay, an extra life, whatever. Now I want to show you guys some rich attention to detail here. Look at his ears. Okay, now look at this. Look at this, chat. I don't remember the last time I saw a game do this. They didn't have to do that, but they did. The glorious bastards, man. Look at that, man. This is amazing. The amount of extra programming just to check if there is a thing, so you switch to a different set of sprites. Now, of course, the ears are probably gonna be like a separate sprite or something, but still, man, this is... it's very polished, yes. Did you realize I was almost dead? So that health came at a good time. End of stage, end of stage. I feel like there were a bunch of pets we didn't take, so this stage could have a second exit, but I don't think it will because of the map. Yeah, it doesn't. Okay. So this stage is 4 levels plus boss. Let's do the boss fight. Okay. How do I reach the guy? Okay, you wait. At least I can jump like that and not get hit by touching the guy from under, which is something that really annoys me in boss fights in games sometimes. Okay, the boss fights in this game are very accessible. I'm gonna die on this attempt. I think it's only one more hit. This guy's 4 hits for some reason. Where are these spikes coming from? There we go, still got it. Hey, Buster Buddy, are you hurt? Nah, he's really a bad guy. I won't hurt you anymore. Really? Trust me. Buster Button, the lava cave is next, so you must be very careful. Alright. And the boss stages, you can't do them again. Which is okay, I guess. It's more consistent. I just find it weird. Like, that's what they wanted to be consistent about. Lava caves. Ooh. Lava music. You know what game as a kid I played at a rental place once and I thought, man, this game is awesome. Look at the mechanics, look at the graphics. I wish I could play this at home, but it's for the Genesis. I don't have a Genesis. And then many years later, I got it again. Like, I mean, many years later, I got it on an emulator. Now, oh boy, I'm finally gonna play this game. And then I learned it's actually shit. And I hope I don't piss off any fans. Quack Shot, starring Donald Duck. The game is not good, chat. I don't know what is it about it. It's kind of dumb. When I actually came to playing it again, I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would. And we were talking about games that I might find better on the Master System than on the Genesis, and it's not the same. Jesus, I got unfollows already. We were talking about games that we prefer on the Master System than on the Genesis, and I know it's not the same game, but I like Lucky Dime Caper on the Master System more than I like Quack Shot. And I want to play that game again. I remember renting it and really loving it. I have to revisit it. But then, of course, if you do that, you need to do like a Disney retrospective, and holy crap, that would be a mess. The game is getting a bit harder, which is fine, of course. Disney Duck retrospective. Yeah, but every time I think about something like that, I think, yeah, but I could do a full thing instead. But yeah, you're right, of course, that would make more sense. Have a, like some kind of limitation so you didn't have to do everything. Problem is, like, I forgot the guy runs down the ledge. Main problem is that a lot of those games I do know and I have played. Shit. Like, most of my retrospectives have like 1 or 2 games I know. Shit! Have 1 or 2 games I know, everything else is fresh. I feel like a Disney retrospective, like... I have played most Mickey Mouse games. Probably. And then like some of those games I don't want to replay. Like Quackshot, for example, is a game that I really wouldn't want to play. Buster is in hell, that's where he belongs, along with Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny is evil. Yeah, I know, it's so I don't have to do 100 games. There's one guy right there with the flames at the top. It's really annoying to do. Shit! I tried to jump, it didn't work because of the ceiling. There is that it got deleted, and that's why they started escaping. I do wonder how many games there would be. If I do a Disney retrospective, do I have to do the Kingdom Hearts games as well? I'd have to do Goof Troop again. Goof Troop is fun. That helps, that is an extra heart. Of course I have already streamed Goof Troop, but shit. Yeah, let's do a Kingdom Hearts retrospective, and I haven't ever played those games. And at the end I need to draw a diagram explaining everything. I have never played those, I only heard they're extremely confusing to follow this story. This is a bit jacked. It's fine, got it. That will lead into the Final Fantasy retrospective. You know, that's a retrospective I have no interest in doing. As a retrospective, I do want to play through those games eventually, but... shit. Not as a retrospective. I think it would be too long and too boring eventually. People would be like, yeah, no, that's interesting. 3 games in the year will be sick. It's like Shin Megami Tensei games. Like, I played 2. I need... they need to be spaced out. I am going to do eventually, the next one I think is Shin Megami Tensei If. I'll do that eventually, maybe not this year. Another stream, you know, has been doing all the Final Fantasy games I have no interest. Yeah. One of those, like on a slot, like I did with Shin Megami Tensei, like okay, 2 days a week I'm doing that. That's okay. But just that... I still took damage from the fire thing. Honestly, when it comes to that kind of RPG, I'm not a big fan of streaming those. I make an exception for Shin Megami Tensei because it's so crazed. It was never released in the West, most of those games anyway. And then we can like, okay, we're gonna ally with Satan and kill God again, and that's fun. Like, you know, generic JRPG, as much as I enjoy those, she is much more interesting screaming frustration Super Mario World hacks. Shit, I had an extra health, and now I don't because I was too dumb. Jumping on these enemies on this incline is not easy. Shit. I knew I was... Never played any Final Fantasy game, have watched the Advent Children movie, which is very confusing. I watched... I don't know if it is the Advent Children one, but I did watch one of those Final Fantasy games a long time ago. No, it was Spirit Within or whatever it was called. And I liked it, but from what I understand, it nearly bankrupted a lot of people. You watch a Final Fantasy Fiesta every year that 2 streamers do. Interesting. When I do get to playing those games on my own time, the more I think about it, the more I have decided that I'm gonna play the original Final Fantasy VII and completely ignore the remake. Like, splitting the remake in multiple games is as dumb as splitting The Hobbit into multiple movies. Like, what the fuck, man? That exists only to drain money. There's no justification for that other than money drainage. And also, despite me usually playing every single game, the more I read about it, the more I think I'm gonna skip the extra Final Fantasy IV games. From what I understand, everyone thinks they're horrible shit that adds nothing to nothing. Specifically the after years. Hello there, Kibits. One game cannot possibly contain the scope of what we're going for, Squeenix. Yeah... the scope of how much money we want to make, yeah. Spirit Within, it was Spirit Within. It cost a lot of money, didn't make much. Yeah, that game looks interesting in a very... that movie. In a very uncanny valley kind of way, of course. But I remember really liking how weird it looked. I don't remember the actual storyline though. They aren't that bad. The movies? Yeah, The Spirit Within was fun. Like, I watched it a long time ago. Well, when the movie was released. But I did enjoy it a bunch. Something to do with Mother Earth and souls and stuff. Yeah, there was Mother Earth on it. You're right. I still have to play through Earthbound. And that's a game I'm not streaming because everyone... Earthbound and Chrono Trigger are games I would never stream. Not because they're not good games, but because... I feel like half of Twitch is already streaming those games on any given day. Everyone who wanted to watch them has watched them already. That's not a knock on people who do stream those games like you. Want to play those games because they're amazing and you want to stream while you're doing that, that's perfectly fine. But I've only played... Shit, Mother 1. Mother 1 was amazing. Okay, this is the jump I missed the last time. There we go. shit. Wait, those are not going down. I didn't have to rush there. Usually those blocks, well, the Final Fantasy IV extra games aren't that bad. I've heard a lot of stuff about freaking After Years being too much filler with a dumb storyline, and I do play those games for the storyline a lot of the time. We'll see. The thing about those is that one of those interlude, I think it is, you can only play it on the PSP. After Years has a 3D PC remake, I guess. Square wanted desperately to make movies and not video games. Spirit Within forced them to make games. And, you know, technically we are all better for it. And like, every time people look at those companies and they're like, oh, why don't they make a feature-length movie instead? Like, because it's not what they do, man. They kept telling Blizzard to do that, and they made the Warcraft movie and no one gives a shit. Despite all the marketing that went into it. I watched it because I have seen every single thing. There's another exit there. I've done and played and watched and read every single thing it has to do with Warcraft. The movie was not bad, but it was forgettable. I have no interest in watching it again. It also had some dumb stuff in it. As any movie based on... As most movies based on video games, they're either bland nothingness or infuriating garbage. Most of the time. Sometimes bland nothingness is still fine, like we were talking about the Sonic movies the other day. Can you hear that? That is very heavy rain. Holy shit. Which is worrying. We're still not out of rain season. Last year was a disaster, if you guys remember. It is quite loud. It is. David Bowie's sound directed that. You suffer through it on an airplane. The counter after year story is good, but it's a lot of filler. Yeah. Do you love Final Fantasy IV enough to see what happened to them after Final Fantasy IV? Personal answer is no. I still have to play through the other Final Fantasy 13 games. But before I do that, I have to read like a full-on summary on the storyline of Final Fantasy 13 because I remember nothing. I could barely keep up while playing the game. You shit-ass stupid jump. The Fall C and the Lao C and the Joe Seal or in the Do Seal or whatever. Bunch of similar names that mean very different things. Lore string. I wish I knew more about things in general to spend hours talking about general lore on things. I do that from time to time, but I start to feel like I'm just repeating myself and boring people. I can keep jumping in place. Okay. And avoid the fire things. I wanted to check for hidden walls on that right side. Streamer named Amanda Dalapre did a multi-stream deep dive into the lore of Final Fantasy VIII. Fancy! I wouldn't watch that because I haven't finished Final Fantasy VIII. I don't want to replay through it. I remember it being slightly confusing at first. That's the thing about Final Fantasy games, right? At least starting with... I don't know if it started with 7 or 8, but they got to a point where their thing is the story has to be a bit confusing at all times. Like, I do enjoy Dragon Quest. I haven't played every Dragon Quest game. I only did the first 4. But I like Dragon Quest does the good old, you're a young kid going after Dark Lord. That's it, that's the storyline. And I keep saying that I think Final Fantasy VI is a much better game than 7. And the story of Final Fantasy VI, I feel like it's the right amount of complicated. Like, it's just enough that it's interesting, but you can easily keep up. What is to the right? Oh, hello. To the left, I mean. This might be the other exit. Square got way too over rough in the plots. Keep it simple, stupid. Yep, I do agree. Oh, here's the second exit. Judge Dredd is a British commie making fun of the USA police culture, and folks do see where all this is also society should be run. Well, what is the name of that novel? Don't make the killer drone or something, where it's like a cautionary tale about don't do the thing that the novel says, because that's the whole point of the novel. We had that here. I've mentioned that, like, there is this movie called Elite Squad here in Brazil that talks about the inherent fascism and dehumanization that happens in some of the more elite police forces down here in Brazil. And people watch those movies and they're like, oh, those police guys, they're so badass and they're my hero. They just go in and they kill everyone. That's not the point of the movie, you dumb fucks. The director freaking hates it, so he made a sequel that is a lot more obvious. No, you're rooting for the wrong people, you dumb fucks. You're getting the wrong lessons here. Haven't watched Elite Squad yet. Why do you don't like lore? You like lore, Data is still better. I don't like lore. Like, Data is one of my favorite characters, obviously. I knew the lava was coming up. Lore is just a dickhead. I'm not a fan of dickheads. I know it's supposed to add conflict and everything, but... can't we just have nice things? It's Star Trek. I don't watch it for the evil characters. I watch it for the space communism. Yeah, Starship Troopers, same deal. Yes, we talked about that. The fuck? I jumped on top of it. This is gonna take a few attempts here, chat, because I have to wait to press jump, otherwise it doesn't register, but if I wait too long, then I'm too slow. Jesus. It's very long as well, yes. I mean, there are people who watched RoboCop and completely missed the point of the movie as well. Yeah, why don't we have... That's so good, so he doesn't... He's so efficient. We need that. You know those people exist. You can enjoy RoboCop and just ignore the philosophical aspects of it and just enjoy it. It's fine, I do that sometimes. But at least don't misrepresent the point completely. Tiny platforms, tiny toons. Perfection. I'd buy that for $1. Previous manager of yours asked you your favorite character in Star Trek. You said Garrick, he said Riker. Oh, that's it. That's the entire stage. It's just that sequence. Okay, no, that's fun. That's fine. Maybe these kids should be hanging out in the volcano. You're not my mom. You can't tell me where to hang out. Come on, game. Buster is a blue bunny, not a blue hedgehog. We can't do that fast. Yeah. Okay, that's the boss stage. Like, if you want to rush through the game, it's not very long. It has 33 levels, but like 10 of those are optional. Not to me though. This is too good to skip. Who's my favorite? You know what? I'm gonna be very safe and mainstream here, and I'm very sorry about it. But my favorite character is shit. My favorite character is Data. Because, like, it does have the funny things about it, but it also has the interesting things about it, and it also has, like, the philosophical implications regarding conscience and everything. And that freaking episode, The Measure of a Man, that's probably my favorite Star Trek TNG episode. And it's very early, it's like first or second season. Before the show hit its stride, even. And like, I don't know, it's easy to look at Data and dismiss him as like, oh, the funny, awkward android, but that character is so good. The fact that they can make him like funny, butt of the joke so much of the time, and still I have all that heaviness to the character in a lot of ways. And he talks about like the way the character is written and portrayed, where he talks about this very complicated stuff with like that android naturality, like as if he's talking about the most obvious stuff ever. I don't know, man. It's, well, you asked me my favorite. That's it. That's my favorite. Just like Garrick, you mean you'd shoot a man in the back? Well, that's the safest way. Makes sense. I mean, I have a job to do. I'm not gonna be like, I don't have time for this crap. Yours is auto. No shouting, Cody. But are you guys telling me no one here thinks their favorite character is... Man, I hate that character so fucking much I forgot his name. Everyone hates him. The son of the doctor. Wesley. God damn it, even his name is too... sorry, maybe there is a Wesley watching me right now. I'm sorry. If your name is Wesley and you live in the 23rd century, your name is done. It's fine for right now. It will not be fine 300 years down the road. I mean, the actor, like, here's the thing, I don't have a problem with the actor. Like, it was a dream come true for him to be part of that. And he did as good of a job with, like, considering his age and the way the character is written. Like, the actor is whatever. That's like having a problem with the kid that played Anakin. in the Phantom Menace. Not quite the same, but guys know what I mean. But Wesley as a character is like... I know what they're trying to do, but he just plays off as annoying half the time. And as pointless the other half. We need to phase it out. We have 300 years, precisely. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you guys my real name, but my real name is also kind of dumb. It's fine right now, but I do hope it dies out eventually. Maybe there are still Methodists in the 23rd century. Is it the annoying thing? Hello there, Veve. Good evening to you, my friend. Is it the annoying thing a usual part of those stories? Don't like Cisco's song either. I mean, they wanted Wesley's supposed to be a, like, the bright-eyed kid. I don't know. It just lacks depth. And whenever they try to give him depth, it's like the same. Oh, gee, I don't know. Maybe I need to prove myself for once. It's... Just as Picard was good in spite of Patrick Stewart's wanting to do action, write Dune books and bang every attractive woman on the show. I mean, we all wanted to do all of that. Like, we can relate, right? Lucky Duck? Didn't we already free him? Battletech was basically all the religions we currently have. That's the 21st century. Wasn't there the Pleasure Planet where Wesley was sentenced to death for stepping on the grass? Yes! He could have had so much fun. What a dumb kid. It wasn't even a sign. Like... Just... Is anyone else stepping on the grass? No, then you just assume you shouldn't? What happened there, Sophia? Now I'm curious. In another universe, Picard Saiyajin fuses with Kirk to form Kirk. Man, I don't want to see that. Plucky Duck? Who is Plucky Duck? That is not my name, I am the Toxic Revenger. And you're in for it, Buster Bunny. Easy. Easy. Easy fight. You pinned it accidentally and you're trying to... Yeah, you pinned the message, then you deleted it, and now Alex Murphy is banned. You be careful with that mouse. Or finger. Hey, Plucky Duck. How many times do I have to tell you I'm the Toxic Revenger? Because the mad scientist from Tiny Toon Adventure is the Dr. Robotnik of this game. He is, yes. He's working for Montana Max. So he's not gonna be the final boss. Zolfer is drunk with power. Zolfer is drunk, period. Like, if you want to guess, is Zolfer drunk? He usually is. He blames the Frigidaire, but I think it's the booze. Next time, I'm not going to help you with your homework, Lucky Duck. Oh, I'm sorry, Buster Bunny. Harumph. Alright, done with the lava stages. How many stages? I wish I could scroll the map. I think we have 12 stages down there. If I remember correctly. And this is another 9? So that's like 21 stages. We're like 2/3 done with the game, I think. He's drunk. And with power. Yeah, it's a heady combination. Confused with power. back to water. They could have had, like, that's... They could have had more variety in tile sets. It's a nitpick. It's not a problem, it's a nitpick. Jesus. Okay, I think this is heading backwards. You question the logistics of this stage. Yeah, this is... fun and creative. It also... Jesus, why did you turn around? It also makes no sense, yes. Maybe it's supposed to be like floating islands kind of deal. I can't go back there safely. Is there? Hello there, India. Does Animaniacs count as Looney Tunes? Technically, no. Are there Animaniacs games? There are. I think there are 8 of them. And although they are technically not Looney Tunes, I am playing them as part of this retrospective. And the same goes for Pinky and the Brain games. Because Animaniacs is awesome, and it's still Warner Brothers. It's cartoon from Warner Brothers, so it's fine. 8. I think it was 8. You can check. But it was something along those lines. Pinky and the Brain are just 2 games. And one of them scares me. One of them, the screenshots remind... I'm sure it's not gonna be that, but the screenshots remind me of Tracer. I didn't look too... I tried not to look in advance, but I was getting the cover arts for the thing, and Tracer... Yes! Mystic Theory, one of 2 games I gave up on. I have finished over 160 games on stream. I've only given up on games twice. Tracer was one of those. It was infuriating. It was a puzzle game that was too fast. Like, you could, like, it required careful planning. And it gave you 2 seconds to do very careful planning. And it just kept breaking you. And then it kept getting worse and worse and harder and more impossible. And it... Probably the worst game I've ever streamed. Did I get the extra life? No, Korean Tracer was fine. It was a shmup. It was very difficult. I did not plan to play it. I would just took a brief look at it because, well, it was still better than Windows Tracer. It was like this 3D Windows puzzle game with weird characters. Where you had to build paths in virtual reality. Like, conceptually it was awesome. Shit. And it looked good. And I think it had some fancy animations as well. Cinematics. And it had like multiplayer, which we didn't explore, of course. I do want to try that. I failed so... Okay, yeah, I can't... That one is too tricky for me. If I have been working out, no. No, this makes me look like I've been working out. No, well, see you later. Welcome, my friends. I can't work out until I'm done with my diet. And it's gonna be a few months before I'm done with my diet. The Tracer that we skipped was a crazed puzzle game about diving a virtual worlds to hack. Yeah, like I said, conceptually it was fine. The other game we skipped was Father World because I played through the entire game and found a soft lock right before the final boss and I just couldn't. I just couldn't. I hate these crabs that keep running up walls like that. I'm never ready for that. What game had the soft lock? Father World, which is a Korean DOS game that is a cinematic platformer with very difficult boss fights. And the game basically gives you like a bomb and you need the bomb to get into the boss room. But it has one other place in the game where it lets you use the bomb. And it's a complete nothingness to use the bomb in that other place. The only reason you can is so you can get soft lock hours later. Like it's purposefully trolling you. Yeah, and like the people are like, you have to explode this place. It's important that you explode it. And if you do, you get soft locked. I believe there might be a second bomb in the game, but I didn't find it and we couldn't backtrack. We were locked in on the final section without the damn bomb that we needed. The endlessly exploding warehouse, precisely. Zofair has very good memory for someone so drunk all the time. Like, this stage is bullshit. Still my favorite game of the retrospective, but this stage is bullshit. You remember the highlights? Yeah. There have been other streamers that have played and finished that game. At least one of them I know used the guides, which is why they didn't get soft locked. And like, I said it back then and I will repeat it, I might do that game again one day. But I heard the final boss fight is nearly impossible as well. So even if I do, like, I need to be in a certain mindset of just like, okay, how can I ruin my days? Like, I have to be like one day I wake up, you know what, I haven't wrecked my shit in a while. Maybe I should work on that. Got it. And there have been other games that I have dropped due to technical issues. Supreme Commander was one of those. Is it called Supreme Commander? No, Robot Commander. And that game was awesome, it just kept crashing on the same stage. I tried multiple setups and virtual machines and they kept crashing. Okay, there is no second exit, and this is already a boss fight. The bubbling brown potion. Yeah, I was thinking about that game the other week. The game, Pathways into Darkness, very good game. It's fun falling to surprise spikes. That. What do you mean bullshit? Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm having fun. It's fine. When you finally get your PC, you're on Rodriguez %. Right, that is Ultima Underworld. Can't you emulate that on your phone? Like, isn't there like an Android build of DOSBox? And then you can plug in a mouse and keyboard over Bluetooth or something? You need to get on that Rodriguez % right away. I'm very curious, and you have to film it. You don't have to stream it if you don't want to. But the world needs to know. Wait, this thing had a red star, which means boss stage, but all boss stages are straight into the boss. So this is different. Currently shopping for a PC. Well, I wish you luck. I was trying to shop for a laptop. I think I've mentioned this, but I wanted one with standard English keyboard. I know I can just switch the layout on software, but I didn't want to get one that has like the weird stuff I never used from my own language. And I've literally contacted like 3 different manufacturers and none of them like give you the option to get a different keyboard. Like, why can't I? I mean, I know I could like buy a keyboard and hack the thing open and install it myself, but I don't want to do that. And I just think it's bullshit. In the end, I kind of gave up on buying a laptop. Which is kind of good, you know, like, a lot of the times when I want to buy something that is a little bit more expensive, I don't. And I let it simmer. Wait, what? But I have already gone that way. Okay, I wasted all of that. Like, I like to let it simmer when I want to buy something that's a bit more expensive. Because I might change my mind. So I just like, okay, I want to buy a laptop. Let me give it like 2 months and see if I still want it. And sometimes, you know, sometimes I don't. I don't want it anymore. So I can save the money instead. Of course, if it is 2 or 3 months later and I still want it, then yeah, I guess I do kind of need it. Like when I decide to get a new computer, I swear to God, I go like almost a full year. Okay, it's time for a new computer. This one is not up to snuff anymore. And then it's like over a year of me making sure I really, really want one. Which is good because then you get to choose better parts and everything. You wouldn't have guessed that the layout is that different over there. It's not that different. I mean, there are some where the enter key is like 2 rows instead of just 1, and then the other keys get all messed up. If you choose carefully, you can just change the layout in software and it's going to be fine, but I still... You don't want something that I have to look at that looks dumb to me. And the reason I don't use the layout in my language is because I work with software development and As you can imagine, special characters are useless to me, and having to like press 2 buttons or a combination just to use like a tiled symbol because he wants to put the tile on top of another character. It just makes my work slower. UK keyboards have the bigger enter key. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with the bigger enter key, but it does push the slash around and then it makes the shift smaller and you just like moves things around. And like I care about typing efficiency because programming and anything that is different from what I'm used to is going to make me go slower until I get used to the new thing, but like I got the one thing I want to get used to, which is, you know, standard US layout, which is my main keyboard, my main mechanical keyboard. Talking about typing, not gaming. Oh, we dropped down here? Jesus. Okay, that's a big backtrack. So there is a phantom hole there. Maybe I have to drop here instead. And I kind of fixed a lot of... I thought it was like unnecessary, but my current mechanical keyboard has hot swappable switches. And I thought that was kind of like unnecessary until I went ahead and bought a full set of white switches and I replaced everything. And having that option, my keyboard feels a lot better now. Ah, shit ass. I was looking at chat. You have got used to US keyboard because you got a cheap keyboard from Temu. Have to use the Alt 0163 code to type your own currency, pounds. You can not have to do that if you use like compose keys. I'm sure there is a compose code for that. If you don't know that already, you probably do. If it is an option for you. Since like someone in chat suggested I tried compose keys, I explained that sometimes I have to type special characters when I type in text to someone that speaks my language. And using that keys did make my programming slower, but when I started using compose keys instead, it cleared up every problem I had. I can type everything I need, but it all gets out of the way while I'm programming. Always hard to adjust different keyboard models, even with the same layout. It takes me a little bit, but once I'm used, I can't keep switching between. I can switch to a different one and get used to that one, but keep switching back and forth is annoying. There's something to be said about a Chinese US keyboard. That's probably fine. Like the idea of buying a mechanical keyboard, they feel nice. Too cheap to buy one though. I got a mechanical keyboard a long time ago and I'm not going back. It's just so freaking good. This is like my third one and this is probably gonna be my final one. Because again, I can replace the switches and the keys and everything. Like I spent a little bit more money and got one that was like full standard, everything swappable. Really happy with it. My first one was like really good. It just got really old and the switches are not replaceable. Without soldering at least. Jesus. And my second one, I got a cheap wireless one because I needed a wireless keyboard. And I still have it, but it was not like standard switches or anything, and I'm kind of glad I'm out of it. I have no health. Oh, okay. Never mind. But this stage is very mazy. Couldn't decide which mechanical key type would be best. You saw this one different color light up keys for Twitch, so went for that. And it's fine. It is. Like I said, I got the hot swipeable one because I can replace. It came with yellow switches. And I used brown ones before. And as I used the yellow switches, I was like, you know what? I don't want full linear. And then I replaced them with white switches. And a set of switches is not that expensive. So if you want to try different things, you can. You can buy like a small set of keys. Oh, it dropped back here. Shit, this stage is very tricky. And then you can buy like 20 keys of each color or even less. And test those and see what you like. If you are so inclined. Yeah, I think this is where we have to go actually. No, this is back here. Man, what a weird ass stage, man. The jinx of saying antihistamine and it happening to you works with health too. Oh, okay. I think the histamine was a Frigidaire. Who knows, maybe it wasn't.
Thank you.
Musifate, thank you so much for the raid, my friend. Welcoming everyone from Musifate's channel. I'm co-participating stream from Sundays to Fridays. We're doing a Looney Tunes retrospective. You can see up there, this is game 25 out of 103.
You want to make a zombie laugh on Monday mornings? Tell him a joke on Friday night.
That one's okay-ish. It was something. Oh, okay. And yeah, enjoy. This is probably the best game we've played on this retrospective so far. Although it is getting pretty hard. Which is fine. You were playing Cybercorp, a cyberpunk isometric shooter. Alright, did you enjoy that? How was your stream? Welcome, my friend. It's got colors. Okay, careful here. No, I don't want to fall there. Okay, yeah, I don't want to fall here or here. This is gonna fall and those ghosts are gonna... Can't I? Why can't I? Ah, shit, I can't jump on that. I did see that health down there. Maybe I can get it. Yeah. Okay, this is good actually. It was nice, not a must-play, basic enjoyable twin-stick shooting. I don't know where I stand with twin-stick shooters. I like the idea, but I find that they mostly all play the same. I don't know if that's fair to say. It becomes more a matter of how flashy the game is. I can enjoy the flashiness and the graphics and music more than the actual gameplay. I don't know if that's fair. We are very close to the end of the stage and we died. Man, this stage was more melee. Wasn't particularly different. Yeah. I like the idea of twin stick shooters, but they tend to be very samey. Robotron, Ikari Warriors. Yeah. Those are not twin stick shooters though. Enjoy playing them every now and then. Yeah. Used to watch for a Frigidaire and correct it. Now you just let it play out. You have to understand that sometimes you get me very confused. I realize that's what you're going for. Never mind. That's a feature, not a bug. Okay, this will go faster because now I kind of know the actual path. There's a lot of dead ends on this stage. These ghosts, I can't react quick enough most of the time. I wanted to kill it, but then I landed on the goddamn barrel. Yeah, every knot, and then I did see that. I know that. Man, this. Okay, they were very high, but then that one spawns low. I did see it, and I did correct it before reading it. But that message from Zofair that talked about antihistamine and health was like, what is this medical advice stream now? Please, Zofair is not a licensed physician. Please don't take advice from him. You don't do it on purpose, you don't correct it either. Yeah, you don't create the mistake on purpose, but you leave the mistake on purpose. That's as bad, I suppose. God damn it. Okay, there is a health here. And there is another health here. But there is a knight on the way. Okay, and there's gonna be a knight on the way back. But I have to run because of these assholes, okay. Well, if we fall back there, at least the knights are dead. Okay, so you have to go here. No, you don't. You have to go here and avoid these, and then avoid these, and that guy wrecks you up. Where is the next troll coming from? There's gonna be a low spawn here. I remember there being a low spawn. This stage. Need to add a licensed medical advice streamer tag. Imagine a streamer who is actually a doctor and he actually does do that while playing games. That would be so problematic. That would be such a big train wreck waiting to happen. I would love to see it. Well, I wouldn't like seeing people actually get wrecked by shit medical advice. Oh, got it this time. Jesus, I landed on the barrel again. I managed to do that without taking the outstanding. Nope. Nope. And nope. And nope. Okay, can I do this slowly and not get... Nope. And that's the actual... And now it's the boss fight. We have... I forgot this was a boss fight. We have no health. This could be... Yes, it's the lost treasure. Buster Bunny, give me the treasure. On Dynamax, you leave this treasure alone. Buster Bunny, the treasure is mine. And I'll do what it takes to get it. I almost fell into the thing and I knew that was gonna happen. How do I guess where he's coming up from? Well, that's the neat part, you don't. Is there a pattern? Please don't do the entire stage again. Okay, thank you. But I have no lives, so I have to... Oh! Already going, okay. Problem is, if I jump there and I miss it, then it's... I'm gonna fall to my death. Almost. Though I think there was a pattern. Buster Bunny, if you want Babs Bunny and your friends back, bring the treasure to me. Darn, Montana Max is up to no good. Okay, that was like a middle... It was like a mid-final boss thingy. That was kind of interesting as a stage. But if I didn't have an extra life, I would have had to do all of that again. It's a challenging game, but it's enjoyable. The sunken ship was also very Super Mario World. Yes, all it was missing was some spinning ghosts. Now underwater stage is everyone's favorite. Oh, okay. There are some currents that pick me up and carry me around sometimes. It's kind of weird. Sometimes you start moving really fast. I jumped properly, come on game. That was an asshole thing to do. Shark! Shark! Be reasonable. What? There's nothing up here. Alright. Only one exit? Okay, good. Okay, that was fine. Okay, now we got to snow biome. God, look at that. Look at how slow that is. Oh God. How can you tell if there are multiple exits? Once, when the stage has an exit that you haven't found, the little dodo is tapping his foot. So he's always tapping before you finish it once, and after finishing it, if he's still tapping his foot, that means there's another exit. And again, I usually wouldn't bother with that, except this game is so good I want to play more of it and see all the stages. This game is underrated. I didn't realize it through a thing that rolled down. Like, this should be on everyone's top Genesis game list. And take a picture of the password just in case. Look, this is easily one of the best platformers in the system. Shit. This... What? Oh, the spikes. I wasn't seeing the spikes. This looks sick. Didn't even know about it. Also had to play Buster Bust Lose. Those are both very good games. They're very different. They play very differently. And while Buster Bust Loose is one of the few games that I did play as a kid in this retrospective, and it's one of my favorite games in this retrospective. This one that I knew nothing about before, I do find it to be better than that one. Which I would never have guessed before I started that retrospective. I'm amazed by how good this game is. Sprite art is excellent. It is! And like, it's very... Because the game is zoomed out for the benefit of the actual platforming. But the sprites are still detailed enough for their size. No! That might be like the second exit. I want to keep trying that one. Hello there, Helical. It could have more music, though. It is very lacking on the music department. It does reuse a lot. Might want to keep going up. Probably. At least it's not in Morse code. God damn that game, man. No, the music in this game is more than reasonable. My complaint is about there being few songs, not about them not being good. Morse code with train horn was clearly a mood. Oh, it's another disappearing one, okay. Damn, this section is long. I went forward to see if there was another exit if you moved past. It's going fine, Helical. Making steady progress on the retrospective. We are spending longer than we have to with this one game because it's really good. Now, look. Mystic Theurge. We finished that stage, but Dodo is still moving. So there's another exit that we can find in it. So I'll do it again and I'll take the bottom route. That's probably it. It's about the journey, not the destination. Take your time with the games you enjoy. I know, I do fully agree with that. Although sometimes I do have to remind myself of it because it's easy to be like, oh, I want to beat the game, and you forget about the journey. It's an easy trap to fall into. For me at least. Oh, I can't? Okay, then I have to do this until we get to that one platform, and I slipped off. You have to intentionally get into the right mindset. It's very easy for me to try to plunge through a game instead of enjoying the journey. And like, I was watching Macaw the other day, and he did a very interesting comment about this. Like, people saying, oh, that's it, that's the ending? When watching a game that had like a subpar ending. And he was like, no, that's not the ending, that's the epilogue. The ending was the final boss fight. The ending was you climbing the tower. The ending was part of the game. And I think that's actually a very good point. Where we get so hung up on like getting done with a challenge that we forget that the game is the journey and all of it is... And the gameplay is part of the storytelling. Now this is what I think I need to do. I think I need to drop here. It was a good point. It was very, like, even though saying that an ending is an epilogue is kind of incorrect, I think the point still stands. Man, do I have to drop here? This feels risky. Okay, no, it was fine. Cool way of looking at it. It is. And in the end, like, if I consider it, a lot of games I might not remember the ending, but I do remember the final section vividly. And the ending is there just to provide closure. And I think a good game does have a good ending section that is memorable. There you go, second exit. Endings are generally not important to you in games. They are to me, because I do want to get like closure and conclusion from the story. But they're not as important as the game itself, obviously. Or the ending segment, as we were just talking about. I know, there are different games. Like, I do care a lot about the ending on a JRPG. Or an RPG in general. We don't move fast enough to run under those things. But yeah, some games I don't care much about the ending. But still, a good ending can leave you with a good lasting impression. Like for example, anyone who has... I think most people who have finished, say, Super Mario World do remember the ending. It's very simple, and then it has a roll call. And I don't know, to me it's iconic enough that I never forgot it. Yeah, these things, like, I can't run under them. The Epilogue of Zyklon. That was good! It's not the first thing I remember when I think about the game. And I didn't beat the game to see that. I beat the game for the satisfaction of beating the game. And I do remember the final stage a lot more than I remember the ending. But it was very good. That animation at the end, the thing exploding, it's very satisfying. Like, within the context of how challenging that game was. It was very satisfying, and the ending was fulfilling. Even though it was simple, like it was like 1 or 2 scenes with simple animations, it was everything I needed. Closure, basically. Okay, I want to do this consistently. I think I need to be close to these guys, but it's impossible to stay close with this slippery slope. It's a literal slippery slope. It's majestic, it is. Dragon Quest XI had a fantastic ending. Dragon Quest games do tend to have good endings. But again, I remember the final boss on Dragon Quest IV way more than I remember the ending. I remember both, but the final boss, man, what a freaking fight, especially on the Nintendo DS version. They drew that, all the parts of that, no spoilers, don't worry. But the final boss has like 500 stages and 500 body parts, and the camera spins around, but it's all 2D pixel art. So they drew every single angle on every single body part, on every single face, and it's glorious. It's probably the best boss fight in any JRPG ever for me. I still have to play 11, but my next one is 5. Still have a ways to go. And 5 is considered one of the best ones, I think. I'm going to play a fan translation of the PS2 version. Focus, focus. What? That jump? What happened? Why did you... Okay, screw it. Okay. You have to beat 2. I like people complain about Dragon Quest 2. It has one problem with it, which is the difficulty spike near the end. But that's what grinding is for. Like people who are like, oh, the game is good, but then I can't get past the difficulty spike, it's dumb. Man, it's a JRPG, you're supposed to grind. The game is one smooth sailing, one grinding section, and one other smooth sailing. Get over it. The game is awesome. The only problem with Dragon Quest 2 really is that it... Oh, frames? I'm trying to look at my frames. Am I dropping frames? I dropped a few. It can be a bit of a slog. The only actual problem with Dragon Quest 2 is that it's between 1 and 3. 1 is perfect, 3 is beyond perfect. Like, it's sandwiched between greatness. Like, that game, if it wasn't part of the Dragon Quest series, would be probably seen as better than it actually is. Dragon Quest 3 is... playing 1, 2... frames? No. Playing 1, 2, 3 in order makes the ending of 3 hit so freaking well. No spoilers, they're part of a trilogy. And 1 is... it's a perfect game because it's a closed loop, basically. Like, it's a single character JRPG, turn-based JRPG. So it's a perfect game. Like, it's simple. You have to keep in mind that it's simple. There's only so much you can do with a single character turn-based combat back in those days. It's very simple, but it's technically perfect. There's nothing wrong with that game. Like, it ticks all the boxes that it should, and it's... that's it. That's it. It's a finished game. There's nothing to add to it. And 3 is just like... frames? Why am I dropping frames? It was fine. I tried to change my ingest server. I'm still dropping frames. It's not my connection. That's the thing. That's Twitch. Two RPGs you don't want to grind too much in are Final Fantasy VIII and Phantasy Star 2. Phantasy Star 2 is a shame. It's another situation of a JRPG that is sandwiched between two better ones. Phantasy Star 2 is a mess. If anyone here decides to do a playthrough of Phantasy Star games, heed my warning. Grab a guide for Phantasy Star 2. Just use a guide. There's no shame in it. The dungeons in that game are dumb. Don't have enough time in your life to hit max level in Phantasy Star 2. There's no need for that. I don't think I've ever hit max level on any JRPG. You sure don't mean Phantasy Star 3? Hang on, I have notes. Maybe I do. No, I mean Phantasy Star 2. We decided to, and we will not do it again. Yeah, 1 and 3 are the best ones. Phantasy Star 1, I have nostalgia for that game. But then I played it again and it's actually good, it's not just nostalgia. You know what is the best way? Dang, 3 is the one people usually hate. Really? Because all the comments I saw about guys was for 2. Because of the dungeons, specifically. It feels bare bones. Phantasy Star 1, Like, honestly, it's overlooked because at the time it was on the Master System. But it is better than most NES JRPGs of the time. And the best way to play that game nowadays is... It's a shame, the best way to play that game is locked on the Switch. Although I assume you can use emulation. There is a Sega Ages re-release of Phantasy Star 1, which is the exact same game, except it uses the FM chip on the English version. It has an auto mapper, and it has a list of what item stats and what spells do in the game. That's it. The graphics are the same, and that's all you need. I prefer to play that one than the PS2 remake. I played them a few years ago. You thought 4 was the only one who held up. 4 is amazing. I know 2 and 3 can be a bit rough. I'm dropping frames again. Stop, Twitch. I'm sorry for the frames, it's not me. I was stuck in there. And Phantasy Star 1 was one of those games that I rented as a kid, and I got so close to the end. Frames. I'm dropping a few frames, but it's mostly stable. I got so freaking close to the end. If you know that game, if you don't, no spoilers. I'm pretty sure. If you do know it, as a kid, I made it all my way to the dragon. And that was like, as a kid, on a single rental, with no guides, no nothing. And the only reason I didn't get past that part was because I didn't, like, I did the fight multiple times, I couldn't beat the boss fight. I just needed more grinding. But I didn't have time because it was a rental. And I finally finished the game a few years back when I played through it again. Amazing game. Freaking amazing. That game lives rent-free in my head. Like, so much of that has molded my preferences as a gamer today. This jump again. 2 feels a lot like an NES RPG. Better with better dungeons. Yeah, the dungeons are the biggest problem with 2. Less grinding and good dungeons. They could be behind. Cat, do you agree so fair? Do you want your dungeons to be behind? I prefer my dungeons to be forward. What is it with this? Those things fall. I can't wait for the... I can't wait for that platform to arrive. How did I do that? The Genesis has a lot of games that suffer from looking and feeling like they were supposed to be 8-bit games. We were talking the other day about Alex Kidd in the Enchanted Castle. It has that problem. It's a Master System game that looks like shittily upscaled or something. How did I do this? Speaking of Genesis RPGs, we need to finish Star Cruiser Games Labs. Not familiar, actually. I haven't done much in the way of Genesis RPGs, which is something I should correct at some point. Although I did Shadowrun, which is a very heavy, very open, very long RPG. Depends on the perspective. You look forward to a good dungeon that's fun to play. But baby one, you're glad it's behind you. I don't get this. So you like babies behind you, got it. Can you guys notice how I am struggling with beating this level and I keep dying? But I'm not getting angry or annoyed with it at all. I'm despite dying to like slippery shit like this. That's the mark of a good game. You don't mind getting wrecked a little bit. The game's like, if this was happening in yesterday's Taz game, I would be furious.
This is fine.
This is fine. That's exactly what I'm saying. Baby bad. Why? What did baby do to you? Why is baby bad? Okay, so this is the section I don't know what to do. And I got past it the first time because you have to land on those, but those are like... they drop down. And I can't reach that. I know I didn't jump there, but... maybe I just have to rush. Maybe that's what I did the first time. So the timing fits. Stole your sucker. Aww.
Your moves are weak, babe, okay? Yeah, your moves are weak.
Well, at least I didn't have a baby steal my sucker. I don't even have a sucker. I pressed jump. Bit of delay. Why? I'm not doing that. Why would you keep...
That's bait.
It is. Why would you keep a sucker on your fucker? That's disgusting, man.
What's purple and robs banks? Al Kaplum.
Yeah, you have to rush so the timing fits. Also, Al Kaplum is a bit forced. Not the worst, but a bit forced. I much prefer Elvis Parsley. Elvis Parsley is genius. Frames. Stop frames. Okay. Are we almost done here, game? Stage is a bit... Ugh! God damn it. The Buster Sprite has most amazing details. I do agree. I messed up. I still got it. Oh, jeez. Jesus Christ. I mean, it's a Konami platformer from this era. This is what you expect in terms of difficulty. Still don't have a problem with it. Got it? This segment here is... like, this guy's on a slope. A bit unreasonable. I could use some extra health here. Like, this is too hard for my skill level. Okay, this is that weird-ass jump. And I don't know where it is. He face-planted on the wall. Okay, I got a health, which is good, because we get a health. It's also bad because it means the stage is gonna keep going. God damn it. We're just throwing random shit at you at this point. I'm sorry for the noises. I'm sorry for the frames. God damn it, Twitch. Man, screw Twitch these days. Screw the Brazilian ingest service specifically. The level is brutal, it is. Done. I'm sure it's gonna get worse. Like, no way ice stage is like the last one. Okay, that's the boss, but we want to do this stage here. Full harvest. This game deserves a full harvest. Good, 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 good. There was an extra life there. I don't really care about extra lives, although they were decent at this one point. Okay, you have one chance at getting it. I failed. Fine. There are cases where the extra lives help, like that pirate ship stage without the extra life for the boss would have been infuriating. Do I run here and jump? Okay, that's quicksand. Doesn't look like it, but it's quicksand. Frames again. I'm not gonna disconnect and try to reconnect to another ingest server. That would be annoying. I hope the lost frames are not being too bad for you guys. It should mean just lower frame rate every now and again. I hope the stream's not dying for anyone else. I have a preview of the stream playing on the side and it's still going without intervention. Should be fine. Did they have the exact same music for every stage on the ice world? Because I think they did. Wait, is this replaying or? It is a little overused. Yeah. Doesn't help your IP has decided to maintenance. I don't get this frame situation. Yeah, the stage is looping. I need to find the exit elsewhere. Maybe it's up here. No, this was just health. God damn these frames, man. They are distracting me. Okay, I think it loops once. Once is fine. The getting shot into space sequence was cool. It was like... It's a very Looney Tunes thing to do. Okay, every stage and exit is done, and that down there should be the last world, but we have a boss right now. Okay, regular... there is wind. That's what makes this hard. You can't keep jumping on the guy's head. This wind is a bit too crazed for me. One more hit. There we go. Robotnik has Hampton. Yes. Sorry, Buster Bunny. That's alright. Let's go get something to eat. Okay, I'm hungry too. Alright. Yeah, this is the end of the game right here. Which is a shame, it's a very good game. I'm gonna have like 2-3 stages and then the final one. Which is probably gonna be like the pirate ship, a long stage that leads into a boss. What's going on? The controls are a bit weird here, I don't know how to explain. They're not doing what I expect them to do for some... I think I was just getting stuck on the wall there, and it was throwing me off. Okay, yeah, we're on the final world, so the stages are gonna get extra tricky now. Which is fine. We have to get used. These are all new enemies. But you have to appreciate the variety. You have to get used to the new enemies. Then again, what the fuck? I wanted to stand and look and study my options. I couldn't. Slow down, Konami. Give me one safe spot to stand in. The fuck, and then I lost the thing, and... Okay, I already lost 2 health here, this is... not good. I know I can get an extra life up there, I just don't think I care. Good lord. Yeah, no way to avoid this damage. Absolutely none. What the fuck? What the fuck? I can't kill this guy. Okay, I took damage there, which means I don't have enough health already for the rest of the stage. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, how the frick do I get in there without thinking? Oh! Okay. I can accept that. I might need to jump down there. Oh, that... okay. Jesus! Oh, look, a spike right there. I know, I know. Fine. That was just a lucky guess on where to drop. I don't want to risk these pushing me into spikes. I didn't want to land on it. I knew it was gonna be that. Like, obvious troll is obvious, so... Lord, that one jump. Okay, wait for that guy to jump off like that. I don't need the extra health, so I'm not gonna... Not the extra health, the healing. So I'm not gonna go up there. This one is absurd. Just realizing those robots have similar wavy armor attacks as TMT. Yeah, those guys! Yeah, I remember those. You're right. Such a good game, man. Ah, fuck. I messed that up. I don't know. Did I want to stay on that? I can't tell. I wanted that. Can I still get it? I don't think I can. Oh shit. Okay, let me look at these. Can I jump between these? I can, but holy shit. That thing is down there, waiting to ruin my day. And then there are spikes here. Good lord. No second exit. I don't know, looking at the structure here, these levels might not have second exits. You would say gamer, but I missed the thing. I did miss the thing, yes. My gamer card is revoked, pending further investigation. It was a health pickup. I got to the end with no extra health. Wait, all of that for literally nothing. I mean, that top side looks... something. And I think I can't do... Oh! Them I have skipped a bunch. I touched the thing. How did I... The platforming in this game is very forgiving in that sense. I have made it up to ledges I shouldn't have been able to. Which is like the exception, of course, that the game does it like this. Not complaining, of course not. I'm jumping a lot for safety. You know, we have these things, I think you just avoid them. And then you have this, but then you have that. Okay, what is this? This looks like nothing to me. Yeah, it's nothing. I slipped, got lucky. I have no extra health, I'm one death away, and I have to one hit away, and I'm gonna have to drop here blindly. And blindly again. And extra health. Now do I go down? Do I go forward? It reminds you of Mega Man enemies. Yeah, the enemies in this stage are very different than what we have seen before. I wish I had noticed it doing that earlier. Like, can you hit the bottom side edge of a ledge and hop to the top? You can hit the side and do a wall jump, but that's not what happened there. Jesus. Good lord. I handle the rotating platforms fine. I'm getting to the zone where you just... you don't even see graphics anymore, you just see platforms. Like I don't see the code, I see the brunette and the blonde, and yeah, that's a lousy reference, I'm sorry. Gamer. I keep going up, but I don't think there's anything up there ever, but I have to keep checking. In case one of these has like a secret passage. This is all too easy. You guys know where that is from? The secret passage. This is all too easy. I never forgot, and I can probably recite all the voice lines on that game by memory. You put permanent +1 health on the first one, you don't check. Permanent, right. I did check the very first one, the first one I don't check, okay. Yeah, that's a different one. Wait, did it send me back to the start? It fucking did. Okay, that's kind of fine as long as it doesn't turn into a teleporter maze. Your internet is down for maintenance, I'm sorry to hear. It's down, and because it's down, it's on maintenance, so it all works to... Like, it's always down for maintenance, right? It's never down for another reason. Are you doing maintenance? Of course it's down. So it has to be this one. It's never down because a truck drove and snapped your wire. Yeah, the guy that repaired it did pull the cable like really freaking tight. Oh, we have 2 doors. I'm gonna ignore them. And check this one. Back to... Stop it, bitrate. I want my frames, I don't want them now. But yeah, he pulled the cable really tight, so it's really high up. So can I jump here? What's going on? Okay, there were a bunch of other doors there that I need to check. First one. Nope. I'm not a fan of this kind of level design. I don't think anyone is. You know what makes this kind of level design almost okay? If you mark the doors that have been visited. Like, of course I remember the ones I went into, but if they were marked, at least they would make it. Should put a spike trap floating up by the wire. You flash and hop backwards. I'm gonna get a spike trap from Temu. Oh, I wanted to get the thing, it was so late. We know about it, something else happens because Medicom is basically... I can't read the rest right now. Jesus. Look, a conveyor belt that looks like a conveyor belt. What a novel idea. You know, you know. That thing is moving. Can you guys hear the rain? It's really freaking heavy. Something else happens because Medicom is basically the only IP there. Everyone hates them. Typical story. Make sure to tell us it's not their fault. Use DSL when you was in the area. Easy here to rain envy. It's the winter here. There is nothing good about this rain. Okay, we have to go in here. I mean, technically it's not winter yet, which makes me very worried. Because it's not winter and I'm already almost dying from cold. Wait, what? I obviously need to get there, but how? Oh, God damn it. Almost dead. I know there are things down there that I might want, but I'm not sure I do want. Oh, there is a switch. I need it. It's not about want, it's about need. I think I need to drop to the left. Okay, both were safe. I'm gonna drop here. Can you stop? That's very good, that's very good. Can I get there? Okay, we got 4 hits now. More Mega Man platforms. Yeah, we had a few of those before, but they were clouds, so it wasn't as obvious. You have a fiber optic internet, because reasons you can't get it. I could get fiber optic, I have a rule when it comes to my internet. If it's working, I don't mess with it. So the next time my internet acts up, I'll get fiber. Until then, I'm not bothering. And death. Okay, no, this is fine. That's a good rule. Yes. Don't mess with the internet if it is working. Okay, we might be on the last stage here. Because the world map, yep, last stage. It might be just boss fight. All of these red stars were just boss fights, but one of them was a full stage. Let's see what we get here. Boss fight. I love the cute fuzzy woozy hippity hops. Watch out, it's Elmira, don't let her catch you. Every Tiny Toon, almost every Tiny Toon Adventures game has an Elmira fight with you just running from her. Stay away from her. Oh, okay. Not a fan of this, but... Try again. I will. I lost my extra hearts. I wish I could carry them into the boss. Them's the breaks. You always have to skip Elmira. Yes. And technically we want to get to the final boss with at least one extra life because we're gonna have no health there. This is probably the last password of the game. Stardust Speedway. Temporarily had government... No. More content. Temporarily had government laws for minimal service that lasted all of a few years before the program got unfunded. I know some games do this. This is one of those big no's to me. I'm demoting this game on my ranking. For that and that alone. Not a lot, but a little bit. It's not the best game on the retrospective anymore. Like, what the hell? We have to do all of these stages, and these are the trickiest. We don't get to practice Elmira anymore, and then we have a final boss fight after that, even. Tasmania wouldn't do this to you. Are you kidding? Those games were like, you die, you go back to the start. This doesn't compare. It reminds me of Alex Kidd in Miracle World, where you can continue through the entire game on other than the last stage. If you die on the last stage, it's game over, instant. So I had to play through the entire game multiple times. New stage level. If you die... If you continue on the final boss stage... Actually, let me test this. Let me see if I can do this stage. I'm rushing through it, which is bad, of course, but I just want to test it. What happens if you... Because you might get different continue codes. I want to see, because what happened was this. We died on Elmira and it deleted the progress on the previous 3 stages. I want to see if it's a specifically Elmira thing. Or if it applies to this entire world. I guess it's going to be the entire world, but I would like to check it. Because I'm pretty sure I did continue on previous stages. No, it's not new levels, it's not extra content. No, you just have to redo this. I made it work. No, if it was extra content, then I would be fine with it. No, it's deleted progress. Well, this is the path I took last time. Except this, I didn't come down here. Now, I just want to check. I don't think I have. It's a long walk to the boss. It's 3 stages long. It's a very long walk. And it's the trickiest stages, of course. But if you use the last code, it is a thing I can try, yes. Right now what I want to do is beat this stage. And then die, and then continue and see if it is a different code. Because that does factor into my planning for how to tackle this. Because maybe we don't just, if we get the last code, the second to last code, we only have to do 1 stage. And then 1 stage is fine. Keep on annoying to type in each time. Yeah, but it would be better than this. We'll see. We have to do some science here. I can see it from here. Hang on. There we go. I avoided that damage for the first time. We're learning, chat. I almost ran into that guy. I forgot about it. Oh, these are death traps. I try to avoid it. The code is different. This code is different. I'm gonna try the password. See what happens. It's very long. Wait, what? It wasn't writing. Okay, it's a different button to write. I was pressing C and it was just moving forward. I can enter a CD key for an old PC game. If you typed in CD keys for old PC games using a controller, man, I wish you could show me what your setup looked like back in the day. Because that sounds wild. Nope, it's okay. That password is here. But dying here gave me a different password. Yeah, good night, Sophia. Yeah, well, we'll have to put in the work on this. So yeah, I'll stop the timer here. And we're very close to finishing this game today, but unfortunately we didn't, and we'll have to come back to it on Thursday.